Greetings and peace, everyone. My name is Neo, and I'm here for the people. Another video, still early morning, 8 o'clock. And yesterday, one thing that I want to tell people is I had a recent situation that I never had before. I never really felt it this way. And intuitively, I guess it's probably because that intuition is so sensitive now. It's like I feel so much stuff around me. And here's the situation. This is a video letting you guys know that if your intuition says no, then don't do it. Don't do it. If your higher self says don't do it, don't do it. Because your higher self, and I like the way C.R.S.A puts it, your higher self, which is you at a higher dimension, for the people who have a soul, your higher self is both in your heart, if I get this correct, in your heart. I know it's in my heart because I had a situation where I asked it where it is, in a meditative state, asked it where it is, and it said I'm in my heart. So it's in your heart, and it's also in another higher dimension. Maybe not for everybody, but in a higher dimension. And that higher dimension, it can see on what's called symbolically the mountaintop. And your lower self, your physical body, is on the ground, in a jungle, whatever you want to call it, but on the ground. And when you're on a mountaintop, you know that you can see, you have a bird's eye view, you can see everything. And once you realize that it's best to listen to your higher self, because your higher self can see people getting ready to come to you. It knows who to talk to, who not to talk to stay away from, and sends you messages like, stop, don't talk to that person, keep going, and do this, make a right, and go straight, and stuff like that. And the reason for me doing that, or explaining that to you, is because I had a situation for the past few weeks, as I said before, that I've been looking for a job, because my spirit told me, hey, you got to get a job. I don't know why. Well, partly because I can bring in more money, but also maybe something might manifest this way, and it might be my path of least resistance. So last week, a guy gave me a call, probably on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. The guy gave me a call to set up an interview last Wednesday. So I said, okay, I'm excited. All right, I'll do it. And probably Monday or Tuesday, I just started getting this feeling like, plus there was something else that I wanted to do on Wednesday, but there's something just told me to just cancel Wednesday and just leave it alone completely. Just leave it alone. Plus that will open up whatever I wanted to do on Wednesday, and also I can get rid of this feeling. So I called him up and told him that I won't be there Wednesday, so I'm canceling it. And then, assuming that was going to be it, they're going to leave me alone. So I went through the week, and then the guy ended up calling me this past Monday, because today is Wednesday. He ended up calling me this past Monday, and then I'm like, wow, okay, he called me again to set up another interview for Wednesday. For Wednesday morning. I'm like, okay, maybe this is destined to be. Maybe this is a good sign for me to go ahead and go with them, because he called me a second time. But then when I was listening to his voicemail, I'm like, man, he really kind of sounds desperate, and I got like this desperate vibration coming from his voice. And it doesn't sound like they really want me for me. It sounded like he was just desperate to get somebody in that position. So that was my feeling that time. So I just called him back and said, okay, we set up another interview for Wednesday. But guess what? When Tuesday came, probably midday, it hit me again. This whole feeling just came over my whole body, like, I don't know if this is the right, the right decision. I'm not sure the right decision. And I thought it was my ego coming in with the doubt. And I asked my guys, like, man, what is going on? Is this doubt, or should I really just leave this situation alone? So going through the whole day, that feeling just came in and out, in and out, came in and out, and then I went to sleep. Woke up in the morning today, and then I end up having this dream. And I said to myself, if this is not a situation, a sign, then something is wrong. So in the dream, I had a dream that I overslept in the dream, and my sister, in both this reality right here, my sister was supposed to pick me up and then take me to the interview in the morning. But in the dream, she was supposed to do it too, and I overslept in the dream. And then in the dream, I was like, oh, okay, then no problem. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, wow. So in the dream, I didn't even care that I missed it. And then I woke up all night, and including when I woke up, I got this kind of like pain in my crown chakra area, all the way from like the top and a little bit inside of my body, inside my head, and then the rest was just like on the outside of my body. And it was kind of like, there she go again. Stop it. When I got it, it was kind of like a headache, but it was a light little pain that I knew it was a message saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Call the guy, cancel it any way you can, leave it alone. Don't go to that interview, because you're not going to enjoy your time there. And it's probably a company that's failing, or some kind of situation that's going on. And the position that he called me for, he said that the two managers relocated to another office. But in the morning, me sitting there, I felt like, who knows if he's really telling the truth though. He said that they relocated, but who knows if those two people actually quit the job rather than relocated. And he just said that they relocated. And him telling me that they relocated, how would I really know if they relocated or they quit? So I'm like, you know what? I got to get rid of this feeling. They telling me that it's not a good idea. So Spirit said I got to listen to the Spirit. So I called him up, left a message like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Called my sister, said don't come pick me up because my intuition tells me not to not to go through with this job. I called her up. She said okay, hung up, and then boom, instantly that feeling was just gone. It just disappeared. And I'm like, oh man, I feel better. that little agitating feeling that I had on my crown chakra was just gone, and it felt better. So I listened to my intuition, and all of it just disappeared. So I'm letting you guys know, when your spirit tells you don't do it, don't do it. When your spirit tells you don't talk to that person, don't do it. When your spirit says don't enter that building, don't do it. Because I just had an experience about a few weeks ago when I was walking into a pizza shop to get an application, and as soon as I walked in the door, it was like these guys, they was cleaning up. But my spirit says you're not gonna enjoy working there. Don't even walk further at all. And then I was like, okay. just walk right down the stairs. And I was like, oh, whew, thank you for giving me a heads up. And I just walked right home. I'm telling you guys, when you got that feeling that says don't do it, and it's really, really deep, don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. All right, till next time, Hotep.